Shalom, everybody. Ariel Tzadok here from the KosherTorah School. Of course, you find us online at KosherTorah.com. It is a Friday morning, Erev Pesach, and it just got finished davening. I got the talent to tefillin on here, not trying to show everybody how kadosh or anything else. But anyway, listen, let's get serious. As you know, on the second night of Seder, after the Seder, please, and not before, for those of you who want to observe Kavanot, Kabbalistic meditations properly, we begin to perform the Kavanot of Sfirat Omer. And now, in the next few minutes, I'm going to try to do the absolute impossible and explain to you in brief how the Kavanot of the Omer work. Now, you can see here at the bottom of the screen, I'm holding up my little Kavanot of the Omer chart that I made up for this year, 5779, 2019. It's available on my website, front page. Just go to, KosherTorah.com. You'll see right there it says Kavanot of the Omer chart. It should be KosherTorah.com/Omer19.pdf for those of you who want to go look it up. Now, in order to understand Kavanot of Omer, it is absolutely essential that you understand the Kavanot of Pesach. Why? Obviously, one goes along with the other. Pretty much works like this. We've discussed already, certainly in great detail in my book on Pesach, available in the book format in our, KosherTorah School. Go check it out. And check out all the other books while you're up there. And I also discussed this in the online classes that I did. I did one thing for Pesach this year. And we discussed the topic concept of freedom. Now, remember something about freedom. Forget about politics and society. Freedom is first a psychological state before it is ever a social and or political state. This is the very important message of the Torah. If you remember, the good Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt with great miracles and wonders and salvations, of course, which we enumerate in great detail in the telling of the story, the Haggadah, the Seder that we're doing for Passover tonight and tomorrow. So, what we must understand is that freedom at that point was a gift from God. But after that, once the gift is given, we human beings are the ones that have to maintain it. Essentially, God gave us the gift of freedom politically, but we have to maintain the gift psychologically. And if we don't, we lose it. This was the message of the 12 spies. If you remember, God brought us out of Egypt. The spies went to spy out the land, and they were chicken, you-know-what, and they couldn't handle it. And they literally spread fear as a disease, as a contagion throughout all of Israel. And it caused the death of, hundreds of thousands of individuals. Not good. Freedom is something that we have to earn. Essentially, it is something that we have to build. It's a psychological state, and that's what we must understand. Or as the Torah would have taught us, you can bring the children of Israel out of Egypt, but you can't necessarily take the Egypt out of the children of Israel. All right, we're all children of Israel today, psychologically speaking. We all need to go out of Egypt and get Egypt out of us, psychologically speaking, and that is what the Kavanot of the Omer is all about. Now, as you know, meditation and all that jazz is to enlighten us, to give us brilliance and closer to God and greater awareness. Well, awareness, again, is a process and product of the mind. What we endeavor to do in the Kavanot of the Omer is to restore the state of brilliant enlightenment that the good Lord gave us as a gift on the night of Pesach. Using the language of the Kabbalah, we state that the way and means of the redemption, how the Exodus came about, was that the spiritual light of God, which we call the mochin, or the sephirotic brains, literally all materialized and manifest on earth, boom, as a single shot. Almost, if you will, like a psychic and or spiritual nuclear bomb in the collective consciousness. It hit with such power that all the Egyptians couldn't handle it, and therefore forced Bnei Israel out. But like in every other explosion, once it's, dissipates, it's done. Well, the explosion of consciousness on Passover, once it was done, was done. And now if we want to get to that same state of enlightenment, then we got to rebuild it step by step by step. And therefore the Kavanot of the Omer tends to be one of the most intense and difficult and involved meditative processes in all the Torah of the Ariel. Now please remember something. Even Kabbalah is subject to the quantum realities of our universe. What do I mean by that? Real simple. Reality is as we perceive it to be. That's the foundations of quantum physics. Perception changes the reality. In other words, in our Torah path, you have all kinds of different ways and walks. In that respect, you have all kinds and ways of meditations and means. So therefore, the way and path of the Ari'zal and the way and path of the Kavanot is not, hear that clearly, not objective reality, but one of the many subjective realities that exist within the quantum reality. That is what you have to understand. You have a lot of people who don't believe in and don't care for Kavanot. And you can't say, well, they're messing things up. Well, no, they're not. They're just doing things within their consciousness. And you have other systems out there. The system of the Ariel and the Rashash is one of many. You have other people who do different things. They're not wrong. They're just different. Rov Am Hadrat Melech, right? Many ways God is, made great, whatever. But the point is this. This is the system as outlined by the Ariel. And I am not taking you into the Siddur of the Rashash because it is far too complicated to cover in the real short time that we have here. But I went into the book of the Maaseh Hashuv of Rabbi Avraham Azulai, who was a later contemporary to Chaim Vital, and the generation after him. He's the grandfather of the Chidah, for those of you who know, the rabbis. And he has a brilliant little, what I call Kitzur version. In other words, something that every one of us can use. So, sit back. Now I'm going to explain to you how the Kavanot work. This is my chart. Like I said, you can get it online. Check it out, and you'll see it. All right? Now, obviously, I got to read from the chart to help you understand. When we talk about the mochin, like we did on Passover, like I said, you must listen to, review, and understand the nature of the mochin of Passover Seder itself. We said that they all come down at once. Bam! Spiritual power, nuclear psychic bomb kind of thing. Well, we describe the mochin as having 4 different levels. All right, Katnut Rishon, Gadlut Rishon, Katnut Rishon, Katnut Sheni, Gadlut Rishon, Gadlut Sheni. In other words, small brains level 1, small brains level 2, big brains level 1, big brains level 2. All right, yeah, all the words can get confusing at times. Hey, only human. It's early in the morning. I just finished davening. Deal with it. All right, so you have the 4 levels of the mochin. All right. Katnut Aleph, Katnut Bet, Gadlut Aleph, Gadlut Bet. Now, you also got to remember, this is the mochin. This is what's coming down. All right? Gadlut is really Chochmah. Katnut, small, is Bina. And you have the lower level, the higher level, just like you have the 4 Partsufim in Bina and Chochmah. If you remember, in Bina you have the 2 Partsufim. The one that looks down, the one that looks up. Tavuna, Ima. Same thing in Abba. You have the two partsufim, one that looks down to give, one that looks up to receive. Lower one's called Yisrael Saba, the upper one's called Abba. So, these are the four partsufim, these are the four mochin. Katnut Rishon, small ima, Tavuna. Katnut Sheni, big ima, ima. All right. Gadlut Rishon, on the Chochmah side, is Yisrael Saba. Gadlut Sheni, Chochmah that looks up on the Abba side, again called Abba. All right. That's pretty much what it boils down to. If I'm getting confusing with the terminologies, then you're not ready to do this stuff yet. All right. I have my basic Kabbalistic concepts and terminologies book. I got all the other Kabbalah stuff out there. If you can't follow the metaphors, then you're going to get lost, all right? Pause the video, go look at the other stuff, prepare it. Maybe by next year you'll be able to follow all up. Okay, now, these are the mochin, coming from Chochmah, coming from Bina, higher level, lower level on each side. Now, where are they going? All right, you're bringing down mochin, think of it mechanically, right? From up there, let me get it on the camera. Up here, it's got to go down there, okay? So this is what we're bringing from up here. The mochin of the big of the Chochmah and the Bina, they got to go down there. Where are they going? Well, they're building something, right? What they're going to build are the sefirot of the lower faces, the partsufim. And in that respect, the lower partsufim is made up of 10 sefirot. So we have, again, the sefirot of Chochmah. Remember, forget Abba and Ima, we just said. Those are the ones from up there. They're coming down to build the lower faces. The lower faces are their own sefirot. Remember that now. You have Chochmah and Bina. Then you have Dot, which is divided into Hasidim and Gevurot. So you have Chochmah and Bina, Hasidim, Gevurot. 4. And then you have, again, going down the line, Hesed, Gevurah, all right? That makes 6. And then Tiferet and Malchut are always together. That's 7. So you have the 4 mochin, and you have to build the 10 sefirot, which is divided into 7. Okay? Now, the mochin itself, now here, take a look at my chart. I'm sorry I can't hold it up better for the camera here. Okay? The mochin are atop of the line here. Okay? Top line, these are the mochin. This is what's going down. This is to where they're going. Okay? So, these are the mochin, top line. This is where they're going down here. So, this moach is going to go here. Okay? Then that moach is going to go there. And then the third moach is going to go there. And then the fourth is going to go there. This is all the first week. Now, look to what's happening. Okay? Now I'm going to read this from you here. So, on the first night of Pesach, remember, 4 mochin, but they're divided. You got the Gadlut Rishon. Remember we said that's Yisrael Saba? And then Gadlut Rishon from the side of Ima. We said that's like Tavuna. Remember we said the lower level. Then Katnut of Abba and Ima. Then the Gadlut of Ima. Katnut Rishon of Abba and Ima. What's called the Reshimu, the echo, if you will, the outer aura of the Gadlut of Abba, and then the essence of Abba. It's divided into 7. Don't bother asking the questions now. Why is it like this? It's confusing. Yeah, all right? We don't have the time to get into the details. So come on, just deal with it, all right? Just go with the flow. So, like I said, I'm trying to do a miracle here. Trying to explain 6 months of learning in what? 16 minutes. Give me a break. Anyway, this is the way it works. We're bringing down the mochin into the individual sefirot. And as we are doing that, it's for a purpose. The purpose is to build the 7 lower sefirot itself. Why only 7? Because we got 7 weeks. The upper 3 sefirot of the lower, they're built on the night of Shavuot. But that's a different set of kavanot for right now. So, the first week we build Hesed. The second week we build Gevurah. Third week Tiferet. Fourth week Netzach. Fifth week Hod. Sixth week Yesod. And again, of course, the 7th week we build the Malchut. There are 7 days. So we build, obviously, the Hagat Nahim, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzachot, Yesod, Malchut. Of each one, so the first week we build Chesed. So the first day is Hesed of Hesed. Second day is the Gevurah of the Hesed. Third day is the Tiferet of the Chesed, etc., and so on. Okay, that's what we're building. So here, in the center here, this is what's built. So this Moach, on the first night, goes into this level and builds this. Second night, this level of Moach goes into here and builds that. Third night, this Moach goes into here and builds this, etc. And you follow it down the line. Second week, this Moach goes into here to build this. That Moach goes into here to build there. Okay? That's the process and the procedure of how the Mochin work. It's this Moach going into this place to fulfill or build this place. And each one of these is dated. So you'll not only have the Hebrew date, but actually the English date as well. So you'll know each and every night. Now remember, the Kavanot system is not verbal. The word Kavanah is, in the mind. It's what you intend. So really, to use the chart, it shouldn't take you more than 2 seconds. As you're saying the bracha, right? Asher kedeshanu b'misvot ha'v'sivanu al sfirat ha'omer hayom, etc. and so on. All you got to do is look at the chart and say, okay, where am I tonight? Tonight I'm here, I'm there, I'm wherever. This moach goes into this place here to rectify this over there. Boom, boom, boom. That's all it takes. And if you got that, you recognize the moach of the night into the sephira of the week, going to rectify the sephira of the place, and you got it. It can be that simple. So again, let me just review. The moach is what you bring down. That's the power of the enlightenment. This is the place where it goes for the rectification of this level of the sephirot. That is how this works. It's obviously a heck of a lot deeper, more profound, with all kinds of hamshachot, drawing downs, in the Rashash Siddur and the stuff like that. But here at the KosherTorah School, as you know, we follow the great KISS rule, which is keep it simple and straightforward. For those of you who want to focus on building the mochin, focus on just, again, the moach of the night into the source sephira, going into rectify this place. It's real simple. Boom, boom, boom. Follow that. Now, if you want to say like a little prayer, you could just say, Ribono Shel Olam, God, you know what the heck is going on. You know what the system is meant to represent. All you got to do is focus, and just say, may this moach going into this sephira rectify this place. That's it. Okay? God, may this moach go into this place to rectify that place. That's it. Done. If you can do that, you got it made. And then you can actually start doing Kavanot. There are, of course, opinions that say, don't do Kavanot unless you know them perfectly because you're going to destroy the worlds. You're not going to destroy the worlds. Okay, remember, we live in a quantum reality. You're not going to destroy anything. Those opinions are based on an unfortunate misunderstanding of reality. They didn't have a concept of quantum, realities in those days. So anyway, look, this is how it works. The chart is on my website, KosherTorah.com. Review the material of the Mochin for Pesach, so the Gadlut and Katnut and all that stuff makes sense to you. Again, I have the written form available in my ebook. You can go and get it from there. The audio version I put on free on our YouTube channel. And hopefully this little video here, it looks like it's coming out all right. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm going to put it on Facebook. I'm going to put it wherever the heck it's got to go so we can get everything going. Alrighty, guys. Have a happy and wonderful Seder. Have a happy and wonderful Omer period. Don't get all freaked out and spooked out with all this spooky stuff of Omer. Omer's Omer. Just don't worry about it. Get through it. God's blessings. We should all have a happy, healthy, and blessed time together. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you all soon. Kol Tuv. Shalom.